Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick, or O-Drums here, and I'm bringing you another color correction tutorial. This time it's from FaZe MinK. He edited a montage for, I believe it was FZHD, and it was like a Model for 2 montage. I love the color correction on that montage, and I figured I'd go and try to recreate it on my own, and I think I got a pretty close replication of it. So today I'm going to show you guys how to get it. You're going to need magic bullet looks to get the exact sort of style. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, like I said, you know, before. You guys are going to have to tweak a bit, and I don't even know if I've got it to the full capability that I think I could get it to, but I think I got it pretty close. And if you don't have magic bullet looks yet, like I said, you know, try to get it or something, go buy it, whatever you got to do. And if you don't have it, I'm going to try to show you the way that I would achieve it without magic bullet looks and with normal Sunny Vegas, just as close as possible as I can get it. So as you can see right now, this is what sort of outcome looks like with magic bullet looks, and this is what it's gonna look like without magic bullet looks. Yeah, so it's actually pretty close, but magic bullet looks ties it in a lot better. It just looks better overall. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what you're gonna need to do to get it. So open up my event effects and my magic bullet looks, edit. I don't know. Hold on. I was in the right frame. What the hell's going on? Edit. Alright, whatever. It's not the right exact frame, but all you guys need to know is how to get exactly what I did. So let's just go into it. Okay, diffusion. Basically, I got diffusion, a vignette, and some anamorphic flaring, 2 gradients, edge softness, lift gamma gain, and rain saturation. Let me see what that did. Oops. Hold on. Lag. There we go. Okay. Curve and auto shoulder. I'm gonna double check these. Yeah, maybe a bit of a difference. Okay. Anyways, so I got these different things going on here. Let me just show you exactly what I have within each one. You're probably gonna have to bear with me because my computer is not that good and it's kind of laggy. So yeah, I'm getting a new one soon for graduation though. So first, diffusion. On the right we have size 5%, grades at 1, glow 50%, highlights only 15%, highlight bias is 0, and the exposure compensation is plus 0.30, and all the colors at 1 because it's white. So that's what that is. Vignette. Let me just double take see diffusion. Yeah, diffusion really brings out brightness in it. Okay, so we have vignette next. Click it. Never. So the vignette is basically the sort of the border around it. I think it was. Did I have 2 things? I know I have a blurring on it. Anyways, the vignette's the darkness. So that was just at the center X and Y was at 0 because it was centered. The radius was at a 1.116, spreads at 1, fall off is 0.102, strength is 75%. Exposure compensation 0, and then everything is 0 because it's black. Anamorphic flaring. I have it's set to a white color. Just basically choose white. The reflection boost is 0. No, reflection boost is 2. Reflection's off. The boost is at -0.80. Threshold softness 0.46. Threshold's at a 0.940. And the size is 61.56%. Basically, I chose white because the clear anamorphic flaring actually picks up the 2 gradients, so you can basically get like a double colored flare. And this is actually pretty important to get the same type of flaring that they did in the video. Once again, I'm not completely sure if this is exactly how they did it, but this is what I've found to get the similar results. So next we got our first gradient, gradient exposure. Stop 0. X1's at a -25.8, Y1's at a -45, X2 is at a -12, and Y2 is at a positive 9.4. And then the fall off it is at a 0.500, And then for the color balance area, I just chose like a mid green. Just any sort of green is going to give you the green color, as you can see. And it's kind of like, it's just kind of tilted that way. The purple gradient is it's just a purple, a light purpley color. And it's tilted towards the right. You can intermix and switch around the gradients because they did it a lot in the montage. But anyways, the X1 is at a positive 28.1%, X2 is at a positive 18.9%, Y1 is at a negative 45.3%, and the Y2 is at a positive 11.9%, and the fall off is at 0.500. And once again, just sort of choose a pinkish purple and adjust the opacity on it. Edge softness. I don't think they used this in the video, but I've seen it in other videos, and it kind of, I don't know, I like the way it looks with these color gradients, so it's optional if you guys don't want it. It basically just, it's a blurred vignette. The blur size is 3%, and the quality is at 3, and then the X and Y is at 0. The radius is at 1.608, and the spread's at 0.500. Now lift gamma gain, let me double check what we got here. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Starting on the top, gamma space is at 2.20, strength is at 100%, exposure compensation is at 0, and let's see what it was. The lift, the red's at 0.845, the green's at 0.908, the B's at a 1.033 for gamma, red's at 0.718, green's at 0.758, and the blue's at 0.922. And then for gain, the red's at 1.384, the green's at 1.190, and the blue is at 0.827. So that's what they all look like, and you can just mess around with those. Now rain saturation, the saturation, the shadows at 100%, midtones 85%, highlights at 100%, and then for threshold, we got the shadows at a 0.300, the midtones at a 0.050, and the highlight is at a 0.150. And then for exposure compensation 0, and then color balance, I just showed the green and I sort of adjusted the opacity so it's like a lime green. But the red's at a 0.309, the green's at a 0.609, and the blue's at a 0.082. And then if we go further on, what I got, curves, really important part of it. The contrast is at a plus positive 2.080, shadows at 0, midtones at positive 0.500, highlights at a negative 0.240, and the gamma space is at a 2.20. And then these were all just, I guess, they're 0, but yeah, the red, green, blue, that's how it's going to look. So, and then auto shouldering is at a 100% strength. So, that is how I get it in Magical It Looks, or how it's worked out so far. Like I said, I would, gotta work with it more often. I'm not sure if this is pretty close as to what it's gonna look like. You can see right there, there's, a green tint here and a purpley tint here, and then I add some blurring, and you can see the flaring a little bit, picks up the colors. A really nice shot here. I imagine this would take a long time to render, though, at least on my computer, so can't wait to get a better one. Really nice colors coming off the brightness. All the shadows are sort of blue. They got a blue, nice color on it. It looks really sharp. Let's see what else we got. Pull up another frame. Oh, that's a really nice shot right here. The flaring sometimes on the brightness, because the blacks and stuff are more blue, it gives it sort of a bluish flaring sort of brightness. So it looks nice, and it mixes in with the green and the purple. Kind of gets a really nice fused color. There's another shot right there of the white flares, the brightness right there, and some purple and some green. So to get this effect without Magical It Looks, basically you're gonna need 2 layers, and you're gonna need 2 of these sunburst media generators. So the media generators, you gotta go to color gradient, get what's that? Sunburst, and then you're gonna go into one of them, and you're gonna take the positive point, or one point is gonna go in a corner area, and the other point is gonna go into the lower half of the video, and the other side you'll do the opposite. And so what I did was I turned the opacity down on them about 50 to 60% or so. You want to make sure that their compositing modes are on add, so that way they basically kind of blend into the video better. And that's how you get the two gradients for it. And then if I go into my effects on it, let's pull it up. My soft contrast, the stretch range is at a 17.80, contrast is at a 29.86, diffusion is at 15.25, low trim, high trim 0, tint is at a 62.44, correction hue is just all the way to the left at a 19.91, and then the vignette, I have the horizontal and strength are 100%, it's on a blur, the vertical blur is at 0, and the vignette shape is an ellipse. Solidness at 70, width 100, height 100, and then X and Y positions at 50. And that basically gives it sort of softens the image overall, and then it adds that basically blurred vignette around it. And it also kind of, what I did was I adjusted the horizontal and vertical blur, and basically the horizontal just makes all the blurring sideways and actually kind of helps create a flaring effect without being able to do that. And then brightness and contrast, the brightness is at a -0.10, contrast is at a 0.26, and the contrast center is at a 0.50. And then my color corrector, I use a FaZe MinK preset, I guess. The angle for low is at 352.6, magnitude is at 0.360. For the mids, it's the angle is at a 353.3, and then the magnitude is at a 0.265. For the high, we got the angle at 296.6 with a magnitude of 0.069. Then saturation is at 1.500, gamma is at 1.055, gain is at 1.296, and the offset is at a -18.9. And that changes the effect a lot. It gives it like a sort of really bright bluish tint to it. But this is how you get it in Sony Vegas without Magic Bullet looks. So the difference between that and then that, professional difference is really high here, but overall, if you don't have Magic Bullet looks, it's a good alternative to do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to release more of these videos, but it does take time to make them and everything. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more tutorials like usual, and I'll catch you guys later. Alright.